When most people hear the word marijuana, they think of potheads, hippies, drug dealers, illegal activities, and many other negative connotations. However, marijuana is far less harmful than the effects of drinking alcohol. For this, and many other reasons, I believe that marijuana should be legalized. MarijuanaToday.com says that prohibition has failed to put an end to the use and production of marijuana. Marijuana is currently used by over 25 million people every year, and is now the largest cash crop in the United States of America. The notion that prohibition will put an end to marijuana in this country is a ridiculous fantasy. It didn't succeed with alcohol, so why would it with marijuana? Like I had mentioned earlier, marijuana is not a lethal drug and is much safer to consume than alcohol. Marijuana is not toxic to humans' bodies, and overdoses are nearly impossible and unheard of. It is unjust to punish marijuana users more harshly than users of alcohol. MarijuanaToday.com also states that if marijuana were to be legalized, the amount of drug dealers would be drastically reduced, because most drug dealers nowadays that are our age are dealing marijuana. Thus, the amount of teen gang violence that is correlated with drug dealing would be greatly reduced. Legalizing marijuana would also reduce the flow of money from the American economy to international criminal gangs, which is currently happening because of the drug trade. Since marijuana is now illegal, billions of dollars are being shipped overseas in an underground economy. Also, arrests for marijuana possession disproportionately affect blacks and Hispanics. This reinforces the perception that law enforcement is biased and prejudiced against other races. Laws regarding marijuana should be enforced fairly without regard to race, like they are with any other kind of problems with the law. USLiberals.com says that marijuana is way too expensive for the United States justice system, and instead it should be taxed and support government programs. Tax Cannabis 2010 is the official advocacy group for their marijuana legalization initiative. If marijuana was taxed in the state of California, the government would collect the state sale tax on it that is needed in this unstable economy. On the law enforcement side of things, marijuana arrests are a waste of jail space. Most jails are overpopulated as it is, and people are being released that should still be in jail because of the overpopulation. Arrests for marijuana also clog up the court systems and diverts times of police, attorneys, and judges who could be dealing with more serious crimes. The taxation of marijuana can provide needed and generous funding of many important criminal justice and social programs. Not to mention the fact that marijuana holds medicinal value. It is used as a recreational drug with relatively mild effects. It provides relief from pain, nausea, spasticity, and many other symptoms. Marijuana is used by many cancer patients who are undergoing chemotherapy to reduce the effects that they have, and the positive aspects of marijuana largely outweigh the negatives. However, there are many critics of marijuana legalization. USLiberals.com also says that not all effects of marijuana are beneficial. Many critics argue that marijuana is harmful to longtime users' health and secondhand smoke is unhealthy. Then supporters of marijuana legalization ask why cigarette smoking is legal when it causes as many problems and side effects for users and secondhand users. Many critics also say that the use of marijuana is a gateway drug that will cause users to experiment with harder drugs like heroin and cocaine. Law enforcement believes that supporting drug use is immoral. Marijuana has been linked to teen violence, suicide, crime, and unsafe sex that leads to HIV and AIDS, according to MarijuanaToday.com. BalancePolitics.org also states that drivers under the influence of marijuana is as unsafe as drunk driving. And those are most of the negative aspects. In conclusion, marijuana should be legalized in order to save our economy. Supporters of legalizing marijuana will continue to fight for it until they succeed. I'm done.